Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. My name is Nick, and today, guys, we're going to be jumping down into the world of Chainlink, taking a look at what's been going on most recently and what we think is likely to happen next. As I get into today's video, if you do find it useful and informative, smash that like button. I do appreciate that. If you are new to the channel, why not go ahead and subscribe, tap the bell, select all the notifications, and in doing so, you will be kept up to date with everything that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. And if you haven't yet joined us in Discord, what are you waiting for? Check it out. Link is in the description down below. It's a fantastic community talking crypto 24/7. It's completely free, and I don't think you'll be disappointed by what you find down there, so why not go ahead and check it out. Let's jump right down into today's video and take a look at what's going on here with Chainlink. Okay guys, let's start things off with the 1 hour time frame. So here we have Chainlink paired up with USDT, and we are using the 1 hour Binance chart. There are actually two scenarios here in play. We're just waiting for confirmation of either of them. As you can kind of see, we have this upper target range between $17.63 and $19.44. And then of course we've got this little low one down here as well, between $12.17.1 and $12.61.1. Okay, essentially we are in a ranging market stuck between the low at $12.85 and the high just up here at $15.39.2. Okay, and you can see that this is basically just waiting for either a breakout confirmation or a breakdown confirmation. Okay, so once we kind of get above this area here, we can start to be a little bit more confident in maybe this move to the upside once we breach higher than $15.39. And if we do start to move down in an aggressive way, then of course, you know, our target range here is going to kind of get hit out as soon as we kind of cross the 1285 area, where we can then start thinking about that next big move to the upside. Okay, so in our Elliott wave theory, we are either in the fifth final wave move to the upside, which we'll talk about that on the daily in a second, or we're still in the wave 4 with this correction to the downside. Okay, so as we take a look here, we've got Smart Money Concepts giving us this bearish flag. It hasn't been giving us any kind of confirmation that we haven't got a break of structure to confirm that a bearish state of play, and nor have we actually gone and flipped this back into a bullish state either. So from a Smart Money Concepts point of view, it still expects further moves to the downside. On our EMA front, we are up against some resistances right here. So you can see that we are below the 200 EMA, that's the white line. We're below the 50 EMA, that's the red line, and we're below the 50 SMA, that is the yellow line. You can see it does look like we've almost completed the 3-wave correction. Let me just go ahead and do the sense check here. Pull that into here. You can see we did come down on the 1-to-1. So, you know, for the most part, this is actually a correct structure. It is basically just a sideways movement. What we've gone and done here is we've moved the price up, liquidating the shorts, then we move down, liquidating the longs, move back up to liquidate the shorts, and move back down to liquidate the longs. Essentially, it's just a bit of a ranging market and a lot of liquidity getting grabbed out. Ultimately, the next move should be to the upside here. After completing this structure, we've probably looked to kind of test out those 50 EMA and 50 SMA lines there. So we should be expecting a little bit of a push to the upside. Again, we're not talking massive movements, probably around 3%, something to that effect. Could be, you know, the break that we're looking for, and it could just be an indication that we're going to be moving up more aggressively towards that wave 3. However, taking a look at the structure here and everything that's going on, it doesn't give me a lot of hope, considering there's a lot of overlapping patterns and overlapping structures with Chainlink here. So it doesn't look like we've started that wave 3, but it could be a bit of a diagonal that we find ourselves in overall. So we'll keep a close eye on that. For the most part, though, I think we're in a pretty reasonable position. You can see that we're oversold on the 1 hour and 4 hour, as indicated on the multi-time frame stochastic RSI. Take that off, throw on the divergence indicator. You can see the regular RSI is coming down a little bit. Again, no major flags being seen here. I'm just going to go into the settings zone. I'm just going to make sure that we have everything here. I want to plot these ones as well. And I want to change the style. I don't want that to be blue. I want it to be yellow. There we go. Perfect. So we can see the RSI is coming down. There's no hidden or bullish or bearish divergences in here either at the moment. So all of that is actually okay. It's not a problem. Volume wise, decreasing as we've pulled back. Not too bad overall. Volumes are still low though. So on the hourly chart, yeah, that's kind of where that sits. It's going to be an interesting one to see if we can finally get a break out or break down. Taking a look at the daily, this is where we think we are. We're inside this fourth wave. The fourth wave is either complete or not complete yet. We can't quite tell. That's kind of what we're talking about on the daily time frame, and we are looking for this move to the upside here. And we are looking, at the moment between $17 and $20 to complete that structure. Once complete, my expectation will be a move back down to somewhere between $5.66 and $9.84. We'll know more about that as that correction starts to form, so we can start to see where that's heading. Our daily stochastic RSI is moving upwards. It's looking quite nice, and we do have some hidden bullish divergence on here, as you can see here just on this flag on the daily time frame. That is telling me that we probably have already bottomed on the wave 4, and we're looking for that next big move to the upside. Along with the stochastic RSIs, being correct on the smaller time frames, it to me looks like we probably are going to be heading out now towards the $17 to $20. But again, we haven't got confirmation on the smaller time frame just yet, but ultimately this is kind of this, I would of course be using 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗔𝗥𝗘, which is my go-to platform for my leverage-based trading, but I would put my stop loss probably doing below the 50 SMA with the take profit somewhere up here as well. I'll be looking for 1.5 risk-reward ratio, so you'd have something to this effect. Again, you might find a better entry in time as well, but ultimately I think the main trading opportunities here will be the short positions where we target out those lows. You get some really good risk-reward ratios, and I think some really nice gains to be made by shorting Link as we complete this fifth wave pattern to the upside. Ultimately, we're in a bullish structure on our daily time frame, although it has no break of structure to confirm it, in the same way that we had a bearish structure on the hourly without a break of structure. We can see, of course, we have the 50 EMA, the 50 SMA, and 50 EMA here, all stacking up quite nicely with the price action above all. So all of that from a traditional point of view is also looking quite bullish. So for now, yeah, I think we've still got a bit of progression to the upside to be had. Take it to the weekly though, and things are not as good. We can see that we are looking for a correction to the downside. We've just started to dip down now, lower than the overbought range on the weekly, but we are still overbought on the monthly. We are looking for that small push higher before we actually do pull back down in a really significant way, and we are looking at this as a reversal in the market. We are waiting for ultimately I guess a big correction back down into a 50 to 88.2% retracement of the pump. That essentially will put us into a great accumulation for the next big move to the upside. As you can kind of see here, I've mirrored what happened previously with the ghost bars, and you can kind of see how price will kind of push up or kind of hit the previous all-time high, kind of have a bit of a pullback, continue this kind of consolidation for a little bit, and then surge right up into this next area of interest, basically the 0.618 to the 0.786. You can see how we consolidate in this range. This essentially is between $106 and $244. This is going to be the main kind of area of focus in the next bullish market. I think this is where we're going to be likely to kind of see the big moves. Not only are they kind of rallying up or tallying up quite nicely with the 0.618 and the 0.786, but the ghost bars also seem to want to resonate there as well. We can also see this blow off top where we actually hit this 1-to-1 at $721. That's going to be the pure hopium, but we kind of hope for that, and we'll see whether or not that is something that actually materializes in time. But for the most part, I think Chainlink's got some real good growth potential to it. It looks like it's in a really sweet spot at the moment. Good bottom looks like it is in at $4.76.1, and for the most part, I think all we're doing here is kind of looking to finish off those final structures, move down, get into that accumulation phase, and then continue up from there. Guys, I'm going to leave the video right there. If you have found it useful and informative, smash that like button. I do appreciate that. If you are new to the channel, why not go ahead and subscribe, tap the bell, select all the notifications, and in doing so, you will be kept up to date with everything that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. Until the next one though, guys, have a fantastic day.